I'm Cassie. This is just Cassie TV. If this is your first time seeing me, hello, welcome. My channel is very random, but I do recommend that you check out other videos that I have. You should definitely subscribe because my content ranges so much that it's like there's at least something that you will like or be interested in. So check that out. Into the video. Let me stop ranting because I get very sidetracked very easily. Also, what are you guys thinking of my little intro? What do you guys think? Do you like it? Let me know in the comments. Took me forever to make an intro. I just decided out of nowhere the other day. I was like, oh, let me make this real quick. But anyways, into the video. So as you guys can tell, this is going to be about belly button piercings. This video is going to be split into like 3 parts. So the first part is going to be, I'm going to let y'all know now, maybe I'll comment the timestamps for like when each part starts for those of you, because like the first part is like what to consider before getting it done, but if you already have it done and you're like, I don't care about that, or you've already made up your mind, you know, you want to skip to the next part, I'll put that in the comments. I should. Hopefully I remember to do that. But yeah, it's going to be split into, first it's things to consider before getting your belly button pierced. The second is going to be what to expect when going to get it pierced. And last is like the aftercare, all of that. And then I have a video of me getting my belly button pierced, but it's very short and the video was not taken from very close because I got my belly button pierced during COVID times. I know, why would I do that? Honestly, I have no idea. Thinking back, probably wasn't the best decision to do, but hey, it happened. So like I had my friend recording, but she was standing like very far, so you can't really see anything. I'll probably still put the video in, but that's weird. And that'll probably be at the end of the video if that's all you want to see. It'll be probably towards the end. So yes, but let's get into this because I don't want this video to end up being like 20 minutes long. I want it to be pretty short. I made a list so that I don't get sidetracked and start talking about a million other things. But refreshing. That is so fire. Anyways, so getting into it, things to consider before getting your belly button pierced. So if you are gonna get it pierced, a lot of these have to do with the timing. I would recommend getting it pierced in the towards the winter or the colder months, because for one, after you get it pierced, you cannot go like into any type of pools, water parks, jacuzzis, hot tubs. You can't do any of that because I mean it's healing, and like if that stuff has a lot of bacteria, so it's not good. So like you can't do that until this thing is like healed. So I would say until like, well, I'll get into that time, the timing and stuff. I actually don't know exactly when, but I'm not gonna be doing any of that for a while because this baby needs to heal for real. I'm not. I watched this one girl's video and she's talking how hers got infected and stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I am no. So the timing is important because for one, you can't go swimming and stuff like that. You can't change it out immediately either. Again, with the healing, you have to let it heal. So you cannot just be taking it out if you're thinking like, oh, I want to have a cute one for this summer. Like, no, it's gonna take a minute. I got mine done in March, so the good thing is though, because it's like COVID, like I'm not going swimming anyways. Like I'm not going to water parks anyways. Also, I think I like mine. It's very cute. I'm probably not changing this thing out for like a year. Like so serious. I'm scared I'm gonna wait the longest I can before I'm also scared to change it out too. I'm like, what if I like stab myself and kill myself? So yeah, that's one thing. It takes a long time to heal. It's like 4 to 6 months. Different places might tell you different times. I watched this one girl's video on how she got hers pierced and all this stuff, and like the person told her like, oh yeah, you could change it out, do all this stuff after a month. That's real sus. And then the place I went to, she said like it's 6 to 12 weeks before you can change it out or anything. And I'm like, that's a little sus too. Like, that's okay. Either way, I already said I'm waiting like a whole year before I change it out and all this. And I have a friend who got hers pierced and she had to wait like 5 or 6 months. So I'm like, yeah, at the minimum, I'm waiting like 6 months at the minimum, because again, I'm being very careful. I do not want this thing messing up my body. I do not know, you know. Another thing you have to keep in mind is certain clothes are going to be an issue. I own a lot of high-waist pants, and I did not realize how many high-waist jeans I own until I got my thing pierced, and I'm like, bro, the heck? Or like, certain pants go a little higher, and then I have a belt. So like, I'll be it's fine until I'm sitting in class, and I'm like in class like moving my belt down. It's like pushing on my, yeah. Certain clothes are going to be an issue for a while. So if you own a lot of high waist pants and stuff like that, belts are going to be an issue. Like, that's why I think it's best in the winter, because in the winter all I do is wear sweats anyways. So I still be wearing my jeans and stuff, but there's certain jeans I just can't wear because I'm like, it's like pushing on it. So that's not good. I've already had it for like, is this 2 weeks or 3? We're going on like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm not even 100% sure anymore. I got it done March. I could go look at my calendar, and I'll go do that real quick. Okay, I'm back. So I got it done March 12th, and we're on March 20, what is it, the 25th? I think it's the 25th, so it's already been like basically 2 weeks. It's about to be 2 weeks. But yes, also it requires a lot of upkeep, like attention, cleaning. Like, you can't just get this done and be like, okay. Like, you're gonna have to clean it. You have to like get aftercare stuff for it. You have to really if you don't want an infection and you don't want all this stuff, like, you have to be a clean, hygienic person. You know, if you're not and you don't want to be like cleaning it and stuff, I recommend not getting it, because then you're just gonna get an infection and your belly button gonna look nasty, and that's kind of gross. So that's that. Those are the main things I can think of for things to consider before. I mean, there's not really that much. I mean, it's a piercing. If you get tired of it, you could take it out. I honestly only plan on having this piercing in for the rest of like my 20s. I'll probably take it out. It definitely will be out by the time I'm 30. It'll probably be out by the time I'm like 28. I don't know. I honestly just wanted it just for a little bit, you know, for my young years. I've always wanted my belly button pierced ever since I was young. Not even gonna sit here and lie. Mostly because of like movies like the Step Up movies, or like Honey. Did she have her belly button pierced in that movie? I think she did. I don't even remember. But when I was young, I used to watch those movies, and they'll be dancing. The girls would be dancing, they had their belly buttons pierced. I'd be like, bro, if I just had my belly button pierced, like, I'd be the best dancer in the world too. Not exactly how that works. I realized as I got older, that's not what that that's not what that means. But I still was like, I still like them, so why not? It was that or a tattoo, and I was like, I'm still gonna get a tattoo eventually, but I was like, I don't know what I want to get right now. And it'll be more expensive to get a tattoo. So I was like, I'm gonna just hold off on that. So I got my belly button pierced. So that's that. Okay, on to the next part. Things to expect or look out for during your piercing. So first of all, despite what others might tell you, this piercing is very quick and it is painless. Like, it hurts a little, but not really. As you'll see, like, the girl got the whole thing done in like literally 3 minutes. And by whole thing, I mean she took everything out of the package, cleaned it, cleaned my belly button, marked it, put the piercing in, all in like 3 minutes. Like, I'm not even kidding. That stuff happens so quick. And by painless, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most painful, 1 being the least, it's like a 3. Because I didn't even feel it. Like, when she was clipping it, there's like this little thing, and they like clump your belly button, and they put the needle in, right? it was clamped, and that part was like, okay. And then like I kind of felt it going, like I was like, what the, like it felt, but I was like, no, that can't be the needle, like something else must have just happened, because it should hurt more. I was so nervous because I thought it was gonna hurt so bad. Even though my friend told me she got it done and it didn't hurt, I was still like, oh my gosh, she's about to kill me. So I was very nervous. And then the lady's like, all right, the needle's in. I'm like, huh? Wait a second. You put it in already? She's like, let me just put the piercing in, put it in, done. I'm like, okay. Wow. So it is quick. It is painless. Like, probably the least painful piercing you can get. I don't know, because I don't have a lot of piercings. I have my ears pierced, my belly button pierced. That's it. But I'm guessing it's like the least painful because it didn't hurt. So if you're worried about that, don't be. It is not, it's not even painful, really. And it's very, very quick. I was in and out of that place in like 10 freaking minutes. Like, crazy. Make sure everything comes out of like a sealed like package, everything that they use. If they make sure they open it in front of you, all of that. I don't know if in the video it caught her opening everything, because we didn't start recording immediately after. She had pierced one person's like ear, and then right after she was like, which one do you want? And I was like, this. Like, which piercing did I want? She already knew what I was getting pierced because the dude told her. And then she was like, okay, she went, grabbed the thing, opened it. She started opening everything and cleaning everything. And I was like, oh, okay. And then my friends start recording, so I don't know if in the video, I haven't looked at the video since I like got it done. But I did see her take everything out of sealed packets and everything, so. Because my dad told me, my dad was like, if that stuff don't come out of if you don't see her take that stuff out of the packet and everything, you're not getting it done there. And I was like, okay. So I was making sure of that. Make sure, literally, like, you do not, if they just pull it out of somewhere, you better be like, not here. Go somewhere else. They mark your belly button so that it's in straight. Make sure they do it while you're standing. I know that that's the way you're supposed to do it, because I watched this other dude who like pierced people, and he was I was doing research after I got my belly button pierced for this video, so I could tell you guys some good information. I'll actually link that dude's video down below, because he mentioned a lot of good things. I'm not gonna mention every single thing he did, because if I did, then it'd be his video, you know. So no, but he did mention a lot of interesting things. But yeah, she marked me while I was standing up, but they should mark you while you're standing, because if they do it while you're laying down, like, your stomach can like move or something like that, like it could, and it won't be perfectly straight. So they should do it while you're standing, which she did. So make sure that you do have to be over 18 to get your belly button pierced. If not, you have to have like an adult present, I think. I'm obviously over 18, so I signed everything myself. I showed my ID. There was no issue there. But if you are not over 18, just so you know, you are gonna need an adult present. Probably your parents. Yes, I feel like that's the main things you should expect and be looking out for during. And now the last part is aftercare. So the lady did tell me, like, after she gave me this paper, which I have hanging on my door, and she was like, so you're gonna want to clean this like 2 to 3 times a day. You could just use like unscented soap in like hot water, clean it, and then you can use like an aftercare, like, what is it, saline, I don't even freaking know, salt water, whatever. So I did get this, because she said they recommend this one, like, it on the paper it's like, I recommend if you're gonna get one of the thingies, you get this. That's it. I'll link this in the description. I got it off Amazon. And even other videos I watched, they recommended this one, and this you can spray it 2 to 3 times a day as well. I used to just like, also after you clean it, the lady did tell me, she was like, I recommend you don't dry it with like a towel, like a bath towel that you use, or because that can also have bacteria. She was like, I recommend using like a paper towel, or like a cotton ball, cotton pad, whatever, just something that's like not reusable, because again, that can carry bacteria. So that's what I do. So you are going to have to clean it a lot. Again, it's like 4 to 6 months before you can change the piercing, because it has to be healed. Swelling and like a little bit of like crusty stuff, she's like, that's normal. If that happens, like, don't freak out, that's normal. I didn't really get that at all. In this one girl's video I watched, she was like, my belly button was leaking. I'm like, oh no, that don't sound right. None of that happened. Mine is actually really good. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so some of the issues I have ran into. I talked about like high-waisted stuff. The other things I was worried about was sleeping. I sleep on my stomach. So I was like really nervous for a long time. I still low-key don't lay on my stomach as much just because it doesn't hurt. I don't feel any pain. I just am too nervous to do it because I'm like, what if I'm like moving around? Because I move so much when I sleep. So I'm like, I don't want to be moving around and like rip it out or something. Like, I'm just really cautious. So I've been sleeping on my side ever since I got it done. And then working out, I was scared about working out. Like, what if I move it too much? I don't know. So like I ended up working out 2 days after I got it done because I do like to work out a lot. So I waited, and then it was like 2 days after I got it done. I went to the gym. I was perfectly fine until I was doing like box jumps because my stomach was moving a little bit, my piercing, and it felt a little weird, but it didn't hurt. And I just went to the gym the other day too, and I was perfectly fine. I did abs, legs. I did a lot. Didn't affect me at all. So yes. Also, when I first got it done, like literally right after I left and I got back in the car, I was being a little weirdo and like I wouldn't sit right because I was like weird. So I was like sitting like weird so that I wasn't moving it, and I just kept doing it. Wasn't, and I literally was not feeling any pain or anything. I was just being weird. I was scared like to move it around, but now I actually like I'll be laying down and I'll be moving it all the time. I'll be like moving my belly button, moving the piercing, making sure it's good. The way I clean it when I'm in the shower, but I also like to every like once in a while, like once in a couple days, I'll get a Q-tip. Let me see. I'll get like a Q-tip and I'll like dip it in like hot water and I'll like go around the actual piercing to make sure like I'm really cleaning it good. And I'll do like water on one side and like a little bit of soap on the other side. I use Dove unscented soap. I've always used it, so I didn't go out and just buy it specifically for this. I got it because I already had it, so I was like, and that's the soap she recommended, like unscented, like sensitive soap and stuff. So I was like, oh, I already used that, so whatevs, we're good. So, one second, my phone's acting. So yes, I use this just to get around the piercing on the top and the bottom and like behind the piercing just to make sure, because when I'm in the shower I kind of like but like I like to make sure I get like every once in a while, because I'll see like, oh, like there's like a little bit of stuff on it. I like to get around it, so I'll do that. I don't think you have to do that. I never actually watched a video on how you're really supposed to clean it, but that's what I do every once in a while. I do that. And then when I spray this, I used to just like spray it a little bit, leave it for a while, dry around it, whatever. But I watched that one dude's video I watched, and he was like, when you do it, he was like, you can like lay back and like spray it and make like a little puddle of this like in your belly button and leave it there for like 2-3 minutes, then just dry it out. So I've been doing that instead of just like, I would just spray around it a little bit. So I'll do that as well. I demonstrate, but I just sprayed it, so, and I don't know if y'all want to just watch me laying here like so yeah, that's how I keep it nice and clean and good. I have no pain with this, like, at all. I'm able to move it around. I'm able to just like, earlier today I didn't even notice my shorts. I was wearing shorts because I'm just around my room, like the string of them was like pushing my piercing down, and I didn't even feel it. I was like, oh, wait a second, that ain't right. But yes, perfectly fine. I do not, oh yeah, one other thing, when you get your belly button pierced, the piercing itself, it should not be like really short, because when you first get it pierced, like your skin, like again, there's like the swelling, and it's just not good. It should be a little longer. Like, I don't know how to like show y'all my piercing real quick. I don't even know. Let me see. So mine is like, it hangs a little bit, right? And then there's like a little bit of you could see the rod a little bit at the bottom, like right there. You should see that because it should not be too tight to the skin, or else they like pierced it wrong, or the thing is too short. That is not good. So, yes. I think I touched on everything. I'm almost positive I did. I hope I did. But basically, that's it for getting your belly button pierced. If you have any other questions, you can leave them down in the comments below, and I will try to answer them to the best that I can, to the best of my ability. I will probably do an update after like the first 6 months and be like, okay, here's what happened. If I remember, I'll probably do that. If there's much to talk about. If there's really not much to talk about, I probably won't make an entire video dedicated to it. I might just mention it in another video. So again, you should subscribe and watch all my videos because lots of great content, you know? Honestly, let's be 100% real. My content is okay. It's so hard because if you guys do not know, I'm in college and I live in a dorm and I have a roommate. So, like, first of all, recording is hard in general because I have to do it when she's, like, not here. Or, like, not, because when she is here, she's usually, like, in class. Like, she has online classes. I have in-person classes. So she's, like, in class or, like, in tutoring or SI or stuff like that. Or just, like, watching stuff in the background. And it's just, you know, a struggle. So recording itself is a struggle, and then in COVID it's even harder to do some of the things I want to do in videos. So the summer should be a lot better because for one, I will be home and I'll have my own space to record in and everything. So yeah, but now I'm also worried because I have a dog and he'd be barking like freaking crazy sometimes. He'd be whining or jumping on me and stuff. That's another thing. I got the day after I got my belly button pierced. No, the day of, I went home for the weekend, and our dog, for one, got freaking giant. Like, he's like almost my freaking height when he stands up, and he's only like 4 months, so he's very playful. So he jumps on you a lot. So the entire time I was home and he was around, I had to have my hand over my piercing because he was jumping on me like and he'd be scratching it, almost yanking it out. So that wasn't fun. I was scared for my life. I'm like, he gonna rip this out and I'm gonna bleed to death. Thankfully that did not happen. But yes, anyways, that's the end of this video. I think I touched on everything. Again, if this is your first time seeing me, I am Cassie. Please subscribe, join the what? Some people be like, join the fam. This isn't a family. I don't know what this is. Join me on my journey. That's my little thing. Join me on my journey through adulthood, because that's basically what this is. Anyways, yes, join me for a bunch of this random content. I just did a haul, my most recent video. Got a lot of crop tops after I got this piercing, so y'all could go check that video out. I'll probably have it at the end of this. And yes, oh my gosh, I just scratched my face. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend who also is considering getting their belly button pierced. Or if you have your belly button pierced, you should probably watch this too, because I have some great tips on how to maintain it and keep it nice and, you know, not infected. So see you guys next time. I have no idea what the next video is, but it will be amazing. Make sure to watch it. Thank you guys.